Hey everyone, Damien Dudovic here from NetDemon Network once more. So bringing you another 1 vs 1 replay on Dawn of War Soulstorm game. So the map is Vortex Plateau, and as you can see we got the Imperial Guard on the top, so that would be IINNA, I'm not sure that's meant to mean. And yeah, the tower on the bottom, led by Twister Killer. So just have a look at the build order for these two sides. So Imperial Guard, as you can see, they were a bit slow to order their troops to capture the nearby points, so we might be looking at a somewhat newish Imperial Guard player. It might have just been a mistake by him. But in any case, we're seeing a pretty standard build from them, and pretty standard build by the Imperial Guard. I mean, not by the Imperial Guard, by the tower. So looks like they're going for just all-out harassment at the moment. They got the Tower Commander coming out and the Vespered Stingwing Strain coming out as well. So yes, fun times ahead of it. So how will the Imperial Guard counter this? Who knows, who knows. So it looks like they're not going for a quick commissar. Going for a standard for a standard command squad, I should say. Starting off with pretty standard stuff, and yeah, as you can see, the Vesperds and the Tower Commander has come out, and researching jetpacks as well. So not entirely sure why they're not equipped with jetpacks to begin with. They're only dropping straight into the heat of battle after all, but there you go. And yeah, looks like that Imperial Guard are going for Commissar as well. A little bit late in my opinion. They probably should have gone for the Commissar straight after they built their last squad of Imperial Guardsmen or their builder units. Actually, that's their command squad. It's right here. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not quite in the best spot to defend. And yeah, the Vesperds have already done a bit of damage. They killed off their rather expensive Imperial Guard builder, the Engine Seer. And yeah, finally got the Commissar coming out. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to stop the Plasma Generator from going down. So Plasma Generator has gone down. Tau have well, they've done what Tau do best, which is taking out Plasma Generators. That bloody stings. Not bad, but in either case, wow, was amazing. That's Tau player actually just let their Tau Commander rest in, or not rather rest. Well, actually, he's resting now, but they let him stay in one place to get torn apart by the command squad. As you can see, yeah, they really tore him up pretty quickly, actually. So yeah, it's rather bizarre because the Tau players seem to be doing pretty well up until they made that blunder. But they did manage to kill off a Plasma Generator, but they lost the Tau Commander in the process. It's pretty expensive commander though, so bit of an uneven trade though. But we'll see what the Tau have to counter this. So they're building another Tau Commander, which hopefully will stay out of melee combat. They've retreated the Vespids. Oh no, they jumped them back and then they flew them back into the command squad. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know what they're hoping to achieve. As you can see, they're just knocking them around. Imperial Guard is slowly recovering, building another Plasma Generator. And interestingly, we might just see the Vespids get torn apart as well if they stay around for too long either. So they have the shred ability going down on the listening post, but it looks like they might have done it on the wrong building. They seem to switch to the Plasma Generator for a few seconds, but yeah, then they switch back to the listening post. So bit of a timing error by the tower actually. So, but yeah, they've managed to keep the Vespid Stingwing squad in the game now. They took a few losses, but unfortunately, yeah, as you can see, the Imperial Guard are slowly capturing both the left and the right flank. So yeah, jumping in the Stingwings, and there you go. They're finally jumping away the Tower Commander away from melee combat with the command squad. And command squad, for some reason, kept going in that direction. Yeah. Okay, yeah, finally, Imperial Guard player has redirected him, and that was pretty fast actually. This thing post got repaired in that time between the previous attack and this attack actually from the Stingwings. But yeah, as you can see, they're doing a bit of damage on the Plasma Generator. Now they have lost the Tower Commander before. Imperial Guard really need their Plasma Generators. I mean, obviously other sides really need Plasma Generators too, you know, to take up and all that. But it just seems from what I've seen, Imperial Guard always seem to build a few more plasma generators than everybody else, except for races like Necrons, for example. Because yeah, they need them to get to tier 2. They need them for rather decent vehicles as well. And yeah, as you can see, the Elder, I mean not the Elder, the Tau player did a pretty good job at destroying 2 plasma generators actually, and I think that was the second. Yeah, well, in any case, they did a pretty good job slowing down the Imperial Guard. Fire Warriors, you can see, not doing such a good job staying out of melee though. They're getting ripped to shreds as well, and it's interesting. Stinglings deciding to take the Guardsmen in melee. So normally they'd probably win that. Well, actually, most likely would win that, but yeah, attaching a unit or, well, commander like the Commissar really does make a difference in this case. I'm not entirely sure why the Tau sometimes targeted the command squad with the Vespered Stingwings. It's possible that might just been a micro area or not. But in either case, seeing a split up of the Tau and Imperial Guard forces. So there we go. There goes a Fire Warrior. So yeah, it looks like Imperial Guard certainly staying on top of their micro there. They switched over their command squad to ranged, as you can see, or to ranged stance, should I say, when they saw the Fire Warriors retreating. And so now we got a Vesper's attacking on the right, not doing much damage to the Tech Priest, but the Tech Priest not doing much damage to him either. So he's slowly dying though. He probably should be retreated to the listing post. So it depends on whether the Imperial Guard are paying attention to that or not. And we're starting to see a bit of a sizable quantity of Fire Warriors by the tower, and they've taken down the well, the general unit, whatever his name is meant to be in their command squad. So they don't seem to be replacing him actually. Their Imperial Guard are going to tier 2, but they're not building any more troops. They're not building the a new command squad. They didn't build any new commanders in the command squad. They seem to be floating quite a bit actually, so perhaps they are a bit new at this game. But it seems that Tower are a bit new as well actually, with some of the mistakes that they made. But yeah, certainly seeing quite a bit of back and forth. Well, she's already back and forth. It's more of a Tower being on the offensive pretty much from the beginning, from what I can see. So Tower taking some pretty heavy losses. But yeah, as you can see, they've managed to do a bit of damage toward the Imperial Guard though. If you look at the resources, we've got 98 requisition and 10 for the Imperial Guard, and 74 requisition and 20 power for the Tau. So, funnily enough, the Tau player is actually beating the Imperial Guard when Imperial Guard player when it comes to power, but not when it comes to requisition. So the Imperial Guard player did a pretty good job in capturing those points to the left and right actually. So we're really just now seeing a bit of a Tau counterattack on the left, but the right is still pretty firmly in Imperial Guard control. So they're capturing the bottom right relic, as you can see. And it looks like the Imperial Guard are finally at tier 2. Let's have a look, see how the Tau doing. So interesting enough, the Tau sorry, the Tau only just now going to tier 2 with their Path to Enlightenment building. Wow, seeing some excessive defenses being placed by the Imperial Guard there, and it might actually work depending on how they use those defenses. Because if they use things like basilisks and those sorts of long-range units on the tower, and keeping the basilisks safe in the behind the heavy bolters, of course, they might actually be able to do quite a bit of damage. It's a pretty small map, and I'm not entirely sure, but it's possible that that their basilisks might even be able to reach the Tau base actually, just from the Imperial Guard base. So it's quite something if they could do that actually. But from what I can see, that they haven't built a vehicle plant yet for whatever reason. Although they have built a few extra power plants. Well, not entirely sure why they have builders standing by. I suppose they didn't notice that they were available or not, for whatever reason. And yeah, seeing some pretty good micro though from both players. So the Fire Warriors by the Tau are retreating, but yeah, as you can see, the Imperial Guard are getting a few pod shots as well. So pretty wisely detaching the Commissar to to disrupt the second Fire Warrior squad that came in there. Finally, we're seeing a mech command going down, but it might be a little bit late because yeah, we're seeing the not bad. Because we're seeing the Vespids come in, but yeah, as you can see, one heavy bolter turret on the left managed to ward them off temporarily, but yeah, unfortunately they just went for the right. And we're seeing another heavy bolter turret go down, so who knows, maybe the Imperial Guard are going for that sort of strategy to have long-ranged units, well, the busters pretty much, just shell the tower wherever they see while just sticking behind their base. So interesting to see if that's the case. So let's have a look. Don't really see anything coming out of the vehicle factory, and in fact, given how much the Imperial Guard are floating, they can actually afford to go to tier 2 right now. Oh, not to tier 2, to tier 3. Although they might want to stick around in tier 2 for just a little bit longer so they can deal with the actual units that the tower has. Although the tower doesn't have really that many units at all. As you can see, they've got 2 squads of Imperial Guardsmen at full strength, one of them with a commissar attached. A command squad, while the tower only have a couple of, I don't know, on the average, I suppose, half-strength Fire Warrior squads. Actually, no, how many? Okay, so you can have, okay, so roughly half strength squads and a Vespid Stingwing squad as well. So if we were to see just a plain old army versus army engagement, and all the Imperial Guard were in one place, we'd probably see them win with a slight margin over the tower. But yeah, tower doing a pretty good job actually picking off this Imperial Guard squad they just found there. So yeah, doing a pretty good job splitting up their forces in general actually. The Vesper Stingwings going for the right flank, and yeah, actually destroying the heavy bolter turrets, while the Fire Warriors and the Tower Commander actually go for the left. So from what I can see though, it looks like yeah, so yeah, they're obviously the tower devoting more resources to the left. More resources, I'd say, more resources in terms of troops than the Imperial Guard were. So yeah, I'd say that's was probably what put them over the edge in terms of those firefights. And yeah, we're seeing a Skyray missile gunship come down by the tower, so maybe they'll research the missile barrage ability as well. Strange enough, we're not seeing anything coming down in terms of vehicles from the Imperial Guard. That's pretty surprising actually, because their vehicles are pretty powerful to say the least, and I just noticed that there's no tactical control either. That's the Imperial Guard armory, so all they got are just a little crappy las guns, and really against enemies like the tower you really want to upgrade them with heavy weapons, especially like things like grenade launchers and stuff like that really. Perhaps not so much plasma guns, but that's only because Tau usually employ quite a few ranged units, as you can see, and yeah, having grenade launchers to knock them around would be usually better than having a plasma launcher. I mean plasma gun, because plasma guns are pretty short range. And yeah, as you can see, they have another commissar coming out, but yeah, they got incredible amounts of power resources, as you can see. So yeah, they really should have built some vehicles. And in fact, I think we have a second one. Yeah, we got a Barracuda going down by the tower. So not entirely sure what the Imperial Guard are thinking actually with not even building a vehicle. That's a very strange move to say the least. We're seeing Cassican quarters go down on the barracks, but yeah, they really do that much better when they have